Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 6. I'm Nate Myhock. UW Health is excited to announce the success of their recent at-home injection program, which they had formally launched last year. More than 100 patients have now been a part of the Easy Injection program, and Newswatch 12's Kyle Pazorski gives us a look at the details.
UW Health has been overwhelmed with support from the medical community for their first dose device telehealth teaching program.
We did pilot this originally in 2020, and because of the success of the program, we have continued it forward.
The healthcare organization says the at-home injection program was just a part of adapting to the ever-changing times of the past years.
This project was basically an idea because, one, the COVID pandemic was just hitting, and we all had to be more resourceful and use telehealth platforms and new ways we had it in the past.
One of the patients who has participated in the Easy Access medications is Cheryl Bowman from Wanakee, who heard about the program from her doctor.
At my doctor's appointment, he indicated that there's a service that they would call me and I would learn how to give my own injections at home.
UW Health officials say the program provides better access to patients who would usually have to drive to scheduled appointments, a problem especially true in rural areas of the state.
The nice part about this is they can do it at the comfort of their own home when they're ready in the clothes that they are most comfortable in, and we still have that virtual platform to interact with them and show them how to do it.
Such an idea was concerning to Bowman at first, but now she sees the convenience of the service.
You know, you're sticking yourself with a needle too. That's not too exciting, but it ended up really being, really laid out, thoughtful, and just really easy.
After receiving tons of positive feedback, UW Health plans to expand the program going forward. Reporting for Newswatch 12, I'm Kyle Pazorski.
Well, Jeff, quite a bit of snowfall we've seen in the last, 24 hours or so.
Yeah, widespread 2 to 5 inch snowfall across the area is pretty much winding down now. Still some light lake effect snow flurries out there as we speak, but those are about to end as well. Satellite picture shows lots of clouds locked in place, and there is some snow under the clouds currently, especially you can see here visibility is reduced up in the UP and along the UP border. So up that way, still a few inches of snow to get through tonight, but the rest of us, though, just some flurries and clearing skies for a couple hours tonight. Clearing skies means cold temperatures again. Look at all the purple, right? 12 degrees below zero now in Great Falls. That is all working our way. So we'll have lows tonight down near 6 below, and tomorrow not recover much into the single digits. Our forecast then tonight, though, is mostly cloudy skies, flurries ending, heavier lake effect snow further north with low temperatures down near 6 below. Your full forecast is coming up. Nate.
Thank you, Jeff. Democrats from around the Badger State are continuing to attack Republican Senator Ron Johnson. During a video webinar today, former senior COVID response advisor to President Biden, Andy Slavitt, claimed that Senator Johnson does not have Wisconsinites' best interests at mind. Slavitt said Senator Johnson, quote, promote solutions that are repeatedly proven not to be effective. That's at least in regards to the COVID pandemic. Of course, these are claims and opinions from Slavitt, and it'll be up to voters to decide the outcome of this year's election come November 8th. Schools across the country had to act quickly once the pandemic was in full swing, and that included transitioning to virtual learning and developing new ways for students to access resources. Nicolet College in Rhinelander did all of that, but it wasn't a new thing. President of the college, Kate Farrell, said Nicolet had already been doing online learning for over a decade. Farrell says this is partly why Nicolet's enrollment grew last year compared to most colleges in Wisconsin, seeing a decline in students.
You know, when the pandemic hit, we had been doing it for a really long time. So it was more of a matter of people pivoting really quickly, helping each other out, getting additional training out online as well.
Farrell says this year the enrollment has leveled out some. Another thing she credits to helping students through the pandemic has been adding more start dates to the semesters.
One of the things we realized was just because it was Labor Day week didn't mean everybody was ready to enroll in school. So we responded to that, and in a very customer service oriented way, we developed these multiple start dates throughout the term for students.
Farrell says these changes will help Nicolet College right into the future. Right now, around 53% of instruction is virtual, 30% is hybrid, and the remainder is face-to-face learning. The man accused of killing 6 people at a Waukesha parade is pleading not guilty. 39-year-old Darrell Brooks Jr. was in court on Friday where he pled not guilty to 77 charges against him, including homicide and reckless endangerment. 6 people were killed and more than 60 others were injured when an SUV barreled through the crowd at a Christmas parade last November. The lead investigator in that case testified that Brooks zigzagged his vehicle through the crowd and appeared to be aiming directly for people. Brooks is expected back in court on March 11th. Today, the state issued a bill designating Colby as the official state cheese for America's Dairyland. The bill received bipartisan approval in the Senate Committee on Government Operations, Legal Review, and Consumer Protection. Authors of the bill, State Senator Kathy Bernier and Representative Donna Rosar, signaled the growth of the cheese from, quote, family farm recipe to world famous. The cheese was introduced in 1885 by a 16-year-old named Joseph Steinwand, who had been experimenting in his father's cheese factory near the town of Colby. For reference, 45 million pounds of Colby cheese are produced in Wisconsin every year. The lumber market has been causing issues for people who are looking to buy homes, and we'll explain what's causing that issue after Maine weather right here on Newswatch 12.
After a brisk afternoon on my skis, there's nothing better than a warm drink and a s'more made with a perfectly toasted marshmallow. Oh, not this one. That one. Thank you. It's nice to have a neighbor that has my back.
I'm always here for you, Sarah.
Right back at ya. You know, Cellcom's like that too. Super accessible with great promotions that are good for new and existing customers. I love Wisconsin winters.
Oh, Cellcom. Clarity in a cloudy world.
Here's to s'more days just like this.
The White Oak Grill at Chippewa Retreat Resort is open this winter Thursdays 4 to 9 p.m. and Fridays and Saturdays noon to 9 p.m. Our new casual menu has quick, delicious food made from scratch, no reservations needed. Come on in and sip a hot toddy by a roaring fire and enjoy steak and steak burgers from the Great Wisconsin Steak Company, all 100% grass-fed, including our homemade sirloin steak chili. White Oak Grill on Deer Park Road in Manitowish Waters, just off Snowmobile Trail 8.
When searching for your next truck, you want your truck to last. Get the job done right with a Lenz truck. We have them all. Half-ton trucks, Power Strokes, Cummins, Duramax, SUVs, over 800 to choose from. Know that all Lenz trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, and can be bought hassle-free online. Go now to lenztruck.com.
Lenz Truck, Lenz Truck. We got the trucks at Lenz Truck.
We got the trucks.
What are you doing?
Dude, I'm so excited. I just can't wait for summer.
Can't wait to get on the water? Then get to the biggest and best boat show only at American Marina Motorsports in Shawano. Lowest prices guaranteed. We're matching deposits up to $1,000 and pick from the most boats and pontoons in stock than anywhere else. Don't get left out in the cold. Get to the American Marine Boat Show, February 24th through 27th, Shawano.
You made it. The weekend is here. It's going to be a busy one as well. We have pond hockey in town, and the trails got some snow last night and today. Those are in good shape as well. If you're watching me from Milwaukee or Madison, come on up this weekend. The trails are in really good shape, but there are still some clouds out there as we speak, and the clearing line is entering parts of Minnesota right now. That's moving our direction for later on tonight. You know what that means, right? The clear skies, lighter wind, radiational cooling means we have really cold temperatures tonight down near 6 below, and tomorrow we are not going to recover much at all. We'll have highs tomorrow near 5 or 6. Out there now, it's 9 in Rhinelander, 21 for Point, 7 Manitowich Waters. So, you know, we've been here before, but it's going to be a cold night tonight and a cold day for us tomorrow, as there's just lots of Arctic air to go around. Below zero already up this way. That's all moving our direction. So a couple days of cold weather again, which I know feels colder after we had 30s in the forecast earlier this week. All right, so going going forward, we have a high of 6 tomorrow, 10 on Sunday, 18 Monday, and then back in the 20s on Tuesday. We have to watch Wednesday into Thursday. There's going to be a storm system across the Midwest and Great Lakes then. It's going to be one of those that could bring us a pretty significant snowfall or maybe even some rainfall late Wednesday into Thursday. All right, so going forward temperature-wise, this is the forecast outlook for temperatures. Now we're talking mid-February into late February, right? And for a while now, we've had lots of below average temperatures, but not so much anymore. The forecast now has flipped to above average temperatures in late February. That could easily mean a sign of an early spring for parts of the Midwest. For us, though, maybe some 30s and 40s back in the forecast by the middle of the month. Here's a jet stream, a very active jet stream, a very La Nina-like jet stream out there. That river of air about 30,000 feet up, kind of steering everything around the world. It's getting energized, right? And this area back here toward Alaska, that's going to work its way into the Midwest later on next week. That's going to cause all sorts of issues and potentially build a pretty good storm across the Midwest next week, later Wednesday into Thursday. That could bring us a pretty good snow. We'll see. That's still, of course, a week away. And that energy is over here, well out in the ocean right there, Pacific Ocean. That's going to go like this and eventually get in our backyards next week. But again, there's lots of time between now and then. Our forecast then tonight, though, is lots of clouds out there, a couple of flurries. Heavier lake effect snow is ongoing along and north of the UP border, several inches there. Low temperatures area-wide down near 6 below, but a couple of you with some clear skies tonight could easily do 10 below, if not more, with that northwest gusty wind. For tomorrow, it's Saturday. Lots of cloud cover tomorrow. Colder, highs near 6. We'll take it, though, with a west breeze around 5. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows tomorrow very cold. Sunday, not as cold, but still cold. There's Valentine's Day 18. We got to watch late Wednesday and Thursday for potentially our next snow. Nate?
Thank you, Jeff. Aaron Rodgers has been named the NFL's most valuable player for a 4th time. Retired quarterback Peyton Manning handed the award to Rodgers last night during the NFL Honors Show. Manning is now the only player with more MVP wins than Rodgers. And the QB for the Green and Gold threw 37 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions during the regular season. But questions are abound about if the Packers' star quarterback will return for a possible 5th MVP award next year. And of course, only time will tell. If you're buying a new home or making major remodels, it's going to cost more with skyrocketing lumber prices. But surprisingly, the supply chain issues are not the driving factor. Both climate change and a little culprit are responsible for this one. Bill Weir reports.
If the definition of inflation is too many dollars chasing not enough goods, well, this is what happens when too many houses chase not enough wood. How would you characterize the price of lumber today?
Volatile. Yeah, it is up and down. It got to the point we were just adding 20 to 30% just because, and hopefully that will cover it.
It's all they can talk about at the National Association of Home Builders Convention in Orlando this week, starting with a sticker poll.
Down here is one person who said it's been by 75%. At a normal time, if the cost of a building material were to increase by 75%, people would be coming unglued. But look what it is. Most of them are 200% or more.
Right. There are a few reasons why, but the problem begins in the Canadian Rockies. The source of almost 1 in every 3 boards hammered into American homes, and where a plague of beetles arrived with the power to kill 100,000 trees a day. So many, you could hear them over the phone.
And you could actually hear the beetles underneath the bark. He says, I'm listening to my trees being killed.
Oh my God. Forest biologist Janice Cook has studied the invasion of mountain pine beetles for decades. Just one effect of an overheating planet.
Warmer overwinters and hotter, drier summers, we saw those populations not only rise to epidemic levels, but in some areas what we call a hyperepidemic.
Mountain pine beetles attack a single tree like an invading army, and to defend itself, the lodgepole pine fills its cracks with this sticky chemical compound we know as pitch. Well, this turns out to be highly flammable. So in the end, if the beetles win, you've got a 50-foot fire starter. Beetle Kill Forest helped accelerate those western megafires. And altogether, 50 million acres have been lost up here, an area the size of Minnesota.
We have more than 30 mill closures in the interior of BC alone. Mills are not running 24/7 anymore.
In the meantime, there is the 40-year-old trade war with the United States, and based on an old formula, tariffs on Canadian wood automatically doubled recently. Joe Biden could dial those back, but like Canada, he's also protecting more federal trees, especially the old-growth stands in places like Tongass National Forest.
The Biden administration has cut back on the harvesting of timber on our federal lands for environmental purposes, and so we need more lumber from outside. The Biden administration it has not gone to the table to negotiate a long-term deal with Canada. So once again, we've got to look somewhere else. In fact, we've opened up discussions with the German government about bringing in more from Germany.
And more builders like John Riddle in Winter Park, Florida, are finding lumber alternatives by injecting these stackable foam molds with concrete. He says he creates walls 50% more energy efficient and 100% more fireproof. This seems to me, as we watch zoning regulations change in California due to wildfires, like an amazing solution.
Yeah, that doesn't burn.
Right.
Concrete won't burn.
Right.
Yeah. Now, in my mind, there's no reason why this is not more prevalent in our country.
Why do you think it isn't?
You know, builders like to do what they always do.
But the housing crisis is growing at the same time as the climate crisis, when science says we need all the mature forests we can possibly save.
This is the business case for considering our forests and our trees in our forests for their entire ecosystem services and not just the price of a 2x4.
And if you're looking to lose some weight, you might not need a diet or an exercise routine. You can actually lose weight while you sleep. Yeah, you heard me right. We'll explain after the break.
The biggest President's Day sale in Wisconsin starts now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Doorbusters up to 65% off. Plus, take bonus holiday discounts off our furniture sale prices in-store and online. And interest-free financing for 5 years. Furniture and Appliance Mart, making amazing rooms together.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
At Sani, we've got everything you need and nothing you don't. We're made for America, and we believe you deserve the best service timed with the best equipment. Our machines are designed to perform, built to endure, and we've got service that's local for minimal downtime, backed by the industry's top warranty. With Sani, fully loaded is the new standard.
Get your Sani machine at Scandinavian Forestry Equipment in Wausau.
This week on Wheel, Kiki shares a mom hack.
When the young one won't nap, what do you do?
We watch Wheel of Fortune. She says, "We portin'." And I think your voice just puts her right out.
If you dig deep enough, there's a compliment in there.
Plus, this week we have not one, not two, but 3 of the biggest wins of the season.
That's it, I'm through.
It's a history-making week.
There's always something new around here, isn't there?
On Wheel.
Wheel of Fortune, weeknights at 6:30 on NBC 12.
Employers everywhere are struggling to find workers. Our region is competing nationwide to attract and retain talent. We choose to live in a place where the quality of life is great. But what makes the Wausau area special? Is it the natural beauty and all of the different ways we can enjoy it? Is it our vibrant and evolving downtown? Is it our innovative and diverse businesses? Whatever the reasons, the Chamber is here to support business and make our community even greater.
At Furniture and Appliance Mart's President's Day sale, save big on top brands. Millions of dollars worth of inventory in stock and ready to go. All with no interest financing for 18 months. No one in Wisconsin has appliance offers like these. Furniture and Appliance Mart, making amazing rooms together.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Slumberland.
Adding more sleep to your bedtime routine may actually help with weight loss, at least according to a new study published in a peer-reviewed journal. Researchers conducted a 2-week sleep study with 80 adults between the ages of 21 and 40 who also average less than 6.5 hours of sleep per night. Participants who added about an hour of sleep each night took in about 150 fewer calories per day. That led to an average weight loss of nearly 2 pounds. Researchers concluded that improving and maintaining healthy sleep duration over longer periods could be a part of obesity prevention and weight loss programs. We're bound to see a big increase in tourists this weekend as the Pond Hockey Championships take place in Eagle River. But I'm willing to bet Dollar Lake won't be the only ice surface seeing some action. Cold temps mean it'll be a good weekend of ice fishing. And to get you in the mood, here's this week's Big Old Fish.
Newswatch 12's Big Old Fish is brought to you by Kurt's Island Sports Shop in Minocqua.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
What game show do fish like the most? Why, name that tuna, of course. Well, okay, moving on with this week's Big Old Fish, we start off with Linda Monson from Elvin. It was the day after Christmas, and Linda was out ice fishing around 5:30 in the evening when, bam, she caught this big old fish, a 35-inch northern. Well, that is one big old fish, Linda. Keep on reeling them in. Next up on this week's Big Old Fish, we have Andrew Stillman from Merrill, who caught and released this beautiful northern on Eagle Lake. Well, that's a big old fish, Andrew. Way to go. Keep on reeling them in. And finally on this week's Big Old Fish, we have Laura Lai. No last name given. She's from Mineral Point, Wisconsin, and she caught this beautiful 37-inch muskie through the ice in 3 lakes. First muskie she's ever caught, too. Well, for a first muskie, I'd say that's a big old fish. Way to go. Keep on reeling them in. All right, fishermen and women, make sure to keep those trophy pictures coming. All the information you need to be in a future episode of Big Old Fish and win a Norling Taxidermy Fish Mill is on our website, WJFW.com. And remember, anglers, fish on.
Corey, Linda wrote in, and she wants to know, what's your favorite part of being a bath installer?
That's a great question, Linda. I love my job. At the end of the day, seeing the look on their faces, it really means a lot to me. I love what I do, and it's very special. As my dad always says, Jacuzzi has some really exciting offers. Take a look.
Let's make your tired old bathroom look beautiful again. Save now with 75% off installation, plus a free upgrade to stylish black fixtures. Call 1-800-TundraLand or visit tundraland.com today.
Whether you slip and fall or you're injured during the game, you can count on Bone and Joint walk-in care. Avoid crowded waiting areas and the high cost of emergency rooms. Instead, be seen promptly by an orthopedic provider at a fraction of the cost. Bone and Joint's skilled team can diagnose and treat sprains, strains, and fractures without an appointment. With 3 convenient locations, we'll help you get back to the things you enjoy.
We've invested in this community because we're proud to be a part of it. For over 10 years, Precision Glass and Door has been the fastest growing glass installer in central Wisconsin. As a locally owned company, our hard work and dedication is displayed in everything we do. If it's glass, we can cover it. But it's more than that. Our knowledgeable staff is here to answer your questions. We invite you to come on in and see all we have to offer. Precision Glass and Door, your style in glass.
I think there are a lot of benefits to schooling our children from home. We get to spend a lot of time with them, and there are eureka moments like seeing them walk for the first time, or they figure something out and they're so excited about it.
The RVA really does work with each family to individualize each child's education to help them really succeed.
This is like the best thing in Wisconsin in terms of school.
For us, the RVA was our first and best choice of schools to choose.
We love the RVA.
Elena Fedorova, arms trafficker.
Have I got your attention?
Give me my crown.
You have no idea who you're dealing with. Neither do you.
The Endgame, February 21st on NBC.
The fairy tale continues for the Cincinnati Bengals.
The Rams will be back to play in Super Bowl 56.
This is incredible. Back to Showtime. Super Bowl 56 on NBC and Peacock.
All right, Nate, life in a northern town. A beautiful evening across Minocqua. Fresh snow in place, a couple of inches there. Not much more left over, though. That's kind of pushing to the east of us. Lake effect snow for the north tonight. But then just the doors are open now for some really cold temperatures. We're talking highs tomorrow. Back in the single digits, lows down here, 14, 15 degrees below zero. Sunday 10, happy Valentine's Day on Monday with highs in the mid-teens.
And I'll tell you what, it's going to be very cold playing some pond hockey.
Yes,
I'll tell you
dress
that
up for that, yeah.
So thank you, Jeff. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here later tonight.